The Norwegians came to Cardiff as Cardiff was one of the largest coal exporting harbours in the world in the mid 1800s. Norway's always been a great seafaring nation, and because of that, Norwegians came here to bring timber from Scandinavia for the pit props, for the coal mines up in the Welsh valleys, and brought the coal to the world.
Were there so many Norwegians in Cardiff and the other ports at the time?
If you look at the city of Swansea, at the beginning of the 1900s, it increasingly became a city with a very, very large immigrant population because of not just the coal industry there, but also the copper industry. And a very large group of those immigrants were Norwegians. It's the same here. It was a very, very large portion that actually came here, and many of them settled. And that just didn't stop with the coal export, because the church remained active until 1959, so long after the coal export in Cardiff had declined. But during the war, this also became a free haven where a lot of Norwegians came. In fact, the Crown Prince of Norway came here in 1941. It's always been a big Norwegian community here, which is now, even after the Siemens mission is gone and the church has been left behind by the local Norwegians and it's become an art centre, it is still sort of actively used by the Welsh Norwegian Society, who is in many ways the successor to the old congregation who was here.
You mentioned the Siemens mission. Basically, the churches were almost like flat packed, weren't they, in an early Scandinavian style, and sent out to support these missions?
Some of them were. This one was flat packed and sent and built in corrugated iron originally, partly because the harbour authorities wanted it to be easy to move. Funny enough, it remained in the same place for 150 years and was only moved after the Siemens mission actually left it and the port had declined and all of that. But this one was one of the flat packed ones. There are others that was built to look more like the cityscape where they're from, like the one in Edinburgh fits into the old city in Leeds, so it's designed more as a traditional Scottish building. My favourite, and always will be my favourite, is the Rotterdam one. I'm not sure it was flat packed from Norway, but it's partly designed as an old Norwegian medieval stavkirk, and it's just really cool to look at. Sadly, I haven't actually been there yet.
But this is, this has become a real landmark. It isn't where it always was. It used to be more or less where the cinema complex is, or the roundabout at the bottom of Bute Docks. Is that right?
Yeah. So originally it was put between what was West Bute Dock, which is where Roald Dahl Place is now, and East Bute Dock. Sort of two docks quite near each other there, and roughly bang on actually where the Millennium Centre is right now is where the church used to stand. And they were thinking of tearing it down in that location back in the 70s and the 80s, but there was a lot of people who wanted to save it. There was talks about moving it to Oslo to put it into the Maritime Museum, the National Museum up at St. Fagans. Instead, they ended up forming a preservation trust where Roald Dahl was the first honorary president. They raised the funds both here and within some counties in Norway, mainly Hordaland and Sogn og Fjordane, to take down the church, put it to storage, relocate it to this beautiful spot here. And they didn't do it fully as it used to be. So the outside of it is now cladded in wood to make it even more similar to an old Norwegian village church, because that's the design they were going for. They was moved here and put up in this way as an art centre in 1992.
Now what's its role? What does it do nowadays?
So these days there is actually quite a busy schedule of events in the hall. Those events are meetings, concerts, comedy nights, you name it, theatres in there. So the hall gets used for all sorts of arts today. The old gallery is being used as a meeting place and a heritage venue as well. But there's also a cafe at the bottom floor, which plan is eventually to sort of try to get more Norwegian foods onto the menu and promote more of a Norwegian flavour to the bay as well. And we know it can be done, as Cardiff has some Danish bakeries who's doing really well, so we know it can be done with the right attitudes.
And what about the Norwegian community? How many Norwegians are there still in Wales?
It's hard to actually estimate how big the community is these days. But judging from the interest of this building, there's definitely interest in keeping sort of the Norwegian cultural heritage going in Cardiff and South Wales.